So the National Alliance was paid $1 million+. National Alliance, Dr. William Pierce. You know how many times I've been told that I'm wrong because Dr. William Pierce focused on the Jews instead of the white race. You know how many times I've been told? Aryan nations. Let's have another SS avatar show up, fucking little puking bitches. 300,000+. And I want you to remember, this is just what was caught, and it's still, of course, an indictment, relative to the SPLC's activities behind the scenes. What about the ADL's activities behind the scenes? What about Herman's, and maybe I'll say his last name, activity behind the scenes? What about Jacob? Maybe I'll say there are others, too. What about their activities? Were they also giving money to the National Alliance? Were they also giving money to Aryan nations? How much of the money that goes into these villain role-playing, garbage human beings actually is stolen from the white taxpayer, given to Israel, and then makes its way right back into the United States, into the back pockets of such people? I wonder. The Unite the Right member, it says here. A Unite the Right member. I wonder if we'll get to find out who that is. Almost 300,000 for that. Was that Jason Kessler? Was that Richard Spencer? Was that Bubble Boy Fuentes? He was at Unite the Right. That's when something magical happened for him, wasn't it? Right up to Unite the Right. I mean, he was really nothing and nobody, and then something magical began to happen. His popularity kept growing and growing and growing. Didn't it? So was he a recipient of some of this money, a lot of this money, from the SPLC or from other anti-white entities? The former National Alliance chairman, $140,000+. Former KKK members, almost $100,000. The American Front, almost $20,000. Here's the article. DOJ charges far left SPLC with fraud, money, lies, so anti-white SPLC, manufacturing racism to justify it. The bottom line is here, and this is the conversation I had with every single person, beginning with yourself, is, would anti-whites ever finance anything that was even moderately a threat to their power? Would they finance anything that's a threat to their power? Would they put in Spectator magazine and Rolling Stone magazine and Newsweek magazine, would they be putting any information in any of this and giving it money if it were a threat? So it's a blanket reality. We don't have to have a conversation of, is your favorite anti-Jew, anti-black dirtbag out there, is he or she, and now rising through the ranks in MAGA and actually an Indian playing as a white woman, is any of these individuals actually getting money from anti-whites? You don't have to have that conversation, because if they're using a strategy, if they're focusing on another group of people, if they're focusing on being a schmuck, if they're focusing on being anti-non-white, then that is a strategy and a focus and a centering that is financed by anti-whites, that has been forever financed by anti-whites. And now you have the evidence going to court of the SPLC, a violently anti-white entity, slandered the shit out of yours truly. Slandered the shit out of me. Violent anti-white entity financing guess what they're not financing? Guess whose popularity isn't growing? Guess who can't even get recognized for being right 99.9% of the time? Look at the absence, look at the dearth of being financed. No sudden popularity. No boosts from different channels in different directions. No. The anti-Jew strategy is financed by anti-whites, and a lot of them, anti-white Jews. Just like the folks at SPLC. And I know the names of a bunch. Anti-whites financing it. So these schmuck scum that look at the cuck scum and say, look at all the Jews. Look at all the Jews that run the different entities that promulgate the views and the direction of the conservative movement. Look at how many Jews there are there. Ha, buddy. Look at how many are in your pocket. Absolutely disgusting. So it's done. The conversation is done. It's dead. Anybody being anti-non-white is just a chump for anti-white Jews. Finished. Conversation is finished. Finished. It is finished, motherfucker. It is finished.